In this video, we will look into Wave Spawner. To access it, go to Spawner and Puller folder. From there to Prefabs folder. Here you can see Wave Spawner. Drag the Wave Spawner prefab to the hierarchy window, which I have already done it. Now let's look into the inspector window and see its properties. First one is wave type. There are two types of waves, limited and endless. Limited wave can also be called finite wave. This type of wave is useful when we need to spawn certain amount of game objects. Endless waves are infinite. It will keep spawning game objects after certain amount of time intervals. Next is total wave count. It signifies the number of waves. Next is max count object. It is the number of game objects per wave. Time between spawn. It is the time difference between spawning of two game objects. Whereas time between waves is the time difference between two different waves. Next section is spawner elements. Here you need to input the tag of the pools from the object pooler, which should spawn in this particular wave. For each pool element, you can set the spawn percentage. Now in the scene window, you can look at wave setting data in the top left corner. It shows the data for each element. As you can see, time per wave is 0.12 minute, that is 12 seconds, and the total time required for this element to complete is 1 minute 52 seconds. Here you can also see the tag of the object and its spawn percentage. If I change the spawn percentage of cylinder and cube to 10 from the inspector, you can see in the wave settings data and the scene window it shows 50% each. I will set cylinder for 7.5 and for cube to 2.5, that is 75% and 25% respectively. What will happen is, for this particular wave setting, cylinder will have a 75% chance of spawning, whereas cube just 25%. Now let's add an endless wave by clicking on the add button. In endless wave, you will only be asked for time between spawn. Let's set it to 3 seconds. So for every 3 seconds, a new game object will be spawned. Let's add pool of cube, capsule and cylinder. In the wave settings data, you can see cube has a 60% chance of spawning and capsule and sphere 20% each. Before hitting the play button, let me show you the game manager script. In this file, as you can see, to use spawner class, you need to include namespace indymount.spawner. In the start function, wave element 0 and 1 is implemented using the function start spawning with the parameter taking an index of the wave. If you want to initialize all the wave elements at once, you can simply write dot start spawning without putting any parameter. For the prefab, capsule, cylinder or any other custom prefab that you make, initialization logic should be written in onEnable function. Scripting API is fully explained in the user manual document, so please go through it. Now let's hit the play button. As you can observe in the scene view, cylinders, cubes are getting spawned. That is because of the wave spawner. As you can see how flexible this plugin is, you can use to your advantage. In the next video, we will look into shape spawner.